Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News in the morning starts now.
Happening right now at 5, a crash involving what appears to be a Rockford squad car. You see it right there in the background. The area blocked off this morning. They are now searching this area.
And happening right now as coronavirus cases rise in our area, so does confusion over what bars and restaurants are supposed to do. The reason a lot of owners feel misled right now.
Plus, returning to the mound after a freak accident that caused a player to lose his hand, the way he's now moving forward. Want to start though with that breaking news we've been following here all morning long, happening right now. Part of Kishwaukee closed this morning. Police investigating the crash you're seeing right there involving a Rockford police squad car. It appears that they are searching the scene right now, telling us to avoid the area. Now, a heads up, if you take this way to work, the northbound lanes are closed at First Avenue. We have a crew on that scene. We've been doing live reports on our Facebook page as well. So as soon as we get that update, we're going to, of course, bring it to you right here on Eyewitness News. Well, a lot to get to this morning, including a shooting from overnight. But first, I want to look at that forecast. A lot of you getting ready for work this morning. My coworker Elliot Grandia, meteorologist Joey Marino joining us this morning. Hey guys.
Yeah, you know, celebrating yesterday that we didn't get to see more snow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a positive for Tuesday.
It is. It's always a celebration. Any chance that we have to get outside and do something. Now, today it's a little bit cooler. Tomorrow, though, a completely different story.
Yeah, we got a very busy forecast tomorrow. Today is going to start off pretty quiet, so let's take a look at current conditions out there this morning. Here's a live look over downtown Rockford. You can kind of see with the city lights there that we are mostly cloudy still, following the rain chances that we saw during the evening yesterday. Temperatures continue to cool down following a cold front that passed through overnight last night. You can see we're down in the low 40s out towards the west, so 41 in Freeport, 42 up in Monroe, starting out at 44 in Sterling, 46 degrees here in Rockford. But you can see that we are significantly warmer to start, about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than at this point during the morning yesterday. Now, winds are straight out of the west following that system from yesterday, but it could be a bit breezy as you travel out there this morning. You can see most of our winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, you can see that satellite radar is pretty quiet this morning, as differently from what we had during the evening yesterday. We are going to see rain chances return in the forecast, but very late in the evening. Otherwise, a pretty dry day overall. Could manage a few peaks of sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Let's take a look at our first warn interactive radar, sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass and more. Quiet radar for now, but we have rain chances coming up, and I'll tell you when in the forecast. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much. Well, new this morning, police investigating an overnight shooting happened in Rockford, in Loomis and Central, as well as Montague, about 11:30 last night. Now, police say nobody was hurt. They're trying to figure out what happened here. A lot of unanswered questions.
Developing right now, coronavirus cases rising in the area. There seems to be a lot of confusion, though, over what restaurants are expected to do right now. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, the Region 1 7-day rolling positivity rate now sitting at 11.8%. It's the highest it's ever been since this new mitigation rules were put in place. Every county in the entire region has now seen gains. But Boone County leads that way with 16% positivity rates. Winnebago County is next in line at 13%. The lowest rate in the area goes to DeKalb County at just under 9%.
Well, as we mentioned, businesses are real confused right now about mitigation rules now in place. They've ordered more food, they brought more staff in, only to be told no more indoor dining. Winnebago County, a lot of bars and restaurants thought all these rules were relaxed, but county health officials say that is not the case. So here's what Dr. Sandra Martell said last week.
We understand that this has been a disproportionate impact on our bars and restaurants. So Winnebago County Health Department, in collaboration with those, has issued guidance for meetings, social gatherings, and other events held indoors at bars and restaurants.
So people are wondering, what does this mean? A lot of these businesses, they ended up opening. Martell says the guidance does not apply to general dining. It's only special events. So think of small weddings, parties, or funerals.
Well, by Friday, these new restrictions will be in place in 4 of the state's 11 regions. It's the single biggest COVID-19 crackdown since June. All 11 regions now reporting gradual increases in COVID-19 cases. State health officials pointing to data that says you are most likely to be exposed to COVID while inside of a bar, a restaurant, a workplace other than an office like a warehouse or a hospital. Governor Pritzker is saying that data also shows rural areas are no longer being spared.
That situation to some degree has reversed. That is to say that Chicago has one of the lower positivity rates in the state, and it's the rural areas of the state that have the highest positivity rates. You're seeing that in Wisconsin. You're seeing that in Iowa. You're seeing that in Indiana.
Well, the governor calls it a spillover effect, warning more relaxed rules in other bordering states have really slowly sparked a surge right here at home.
Winnebago County Coroner Bill Hintz, his wife, appear in court. The couple had been scheduled to be arraigned, but that didn't happen. So instead, the state asking for a new judge in that case. No decision was made. Bill and Michelle Hintz arrested back in September, accused of forgery, unlawful use of a credit card, and theft, both pleading not guilty. They're due back in court November 4th.
Well, this morning, in-person early voting underway in Wisconsin. Eyewitness News, your local election headquarters. Now, in the city of Beloit, absentee voting runs weekdays through October 30th. You can also do so at City Hall on State Street. That'll open from 8 until 5. Absentee voting will also be available at City Hall from 8 until 4, Saturday, October 24th. You can register to vote during those times as well.
A Harlem-Roscoe Fire Department fire chief now has a new title. Chief Don Shovelin has been named the president of Illinois Fire Chiefs Association. He had a swearing-in ceremony in Springfield. He will also oversee decisions and legislation during his tenure for the organization. Now, he's going to represent the fire chiefs of Illinois.
Time now at 5:06. Oh my God, I said that right. Check out this bad boy right here. It's a giant pumpkin, and we'll tell you what record it's breaking this morning, how much it actually weighs.
The Justice Department is suing tech giant Google. I'm Alexandra Limon in Washington. Coming up, I'll tell you why.
And thank Gord that we didn't get to see any snow yesterday, but you can see that we're off to a warmer start out there. I'll let you know rain chances coming up in the forecast.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Whitney Martin, Elliot Grandia, and meteorologist Joey Marino. Now, your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Joey Marino.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Halfway through the work week, we got to see some rain move on through during the evening yesterday, but that was quick to move out, leaving us with mostly cloudy skies. As we take a live look over downtown Rockford, mostly cloudy skies out there. Most of the rain now to our east, but you can see that temperatures are continuing to cool this morning following that system. Now 41 in Freeport, 46 in Rockford, 45 up in Janesville, 44 down in Rochelle, and 43 in Savannah. Following that system, winds are straight out of the west, most spots about 10 to 15 miles per hour. You can see Rockford sitting at 16 miles per hour out of the northwest, so definitely could expect a breeze as you head out for the morning commute. But fortunately this morning, temperatures aren't chilly as we've had the past couple of mornings, but maybe a light jacket or a hoodie would be sufficient enough as you head out the door this morning. Now behind the rain, we have been left with mostly cloudy skies. You can see a little bit of clearing off to the northwest, but overall today we're going to hold on to mostly cloudy skies. There will be a chance to get a few peeks of sunshine during the mid-afternoon hours, but showers do arrive late in the day, becoming steady into tonight. So let's take a look at that using Futurecast. You can see as we head towards mid-morning, staying mostly cloudy. A few breaks in the clouds are possible once we get towards early to mid-afternoon, but once we get towards the evening, after 6-7 o'clock, that's when we see a few isolated showers track on in, and thanks to a lifting warm front, that's going to become steadier as we head into the night tonight. So breezy early on, mostly cloudy skies, and then shower chances do arrive late with a high today of 56 degrees. You can see as we go into the next 24 hours, that warm front warming us up to 72, dropping into 64 Friday, and then over the weekend getting pretty cold in the upper 40s. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much. Time right now is 5:11. The Justice Department filing a lawsuit against Google, claiming the tech giant is violating antitrust laws. Our Alexandra Limon has details on why some say the Trump administration's lawsuit could be politically motivated.
The Justice Department claims Google's search service is an unlawful monopoly. In a statement, Attorney General William Barr said this lawsuit strikes at the heart of Google's grip over the internet. The Trump administration's lawsuit says Google uses billions of dollars to ensure it's the default search engine people see, and that hurts competitors. The Justice Department says Google's practices hurt consumers by limiting options and hurt small businesses by raising advertising prices. Google's senior VP of Global Affairs responded by calling the lawsuit flawed and said the lawsuit could raise phone prices and make it harder for people to get services they want.
The idea that the Google search is the alpha and omega of all search is not just absurd, it's patently false.
NetChoice is a trade association that represents online platforms, including Google. Vice President Carl Szabo says search engines like Bing, Yelp, Angie's List, and Yahoo are proof consumers have other options. Szabo says the lawsuit could be a political move just weeks before the election.
Political pressure on platforms that Google runs, and political pressure to other platforms saying, if you don't fall in line, we're going to come after you too.
If successful, the lawsuit could force parts of Google's businesses to be broken off and run separately. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Well, time now 5:13. It's a priceless reunion this morning. The World War II honors returned to a Rockford native years after being stolen. The reaction coming from family.
And Light the Night going virtual this weekend. The volunteers making sure patients aren't forgotten.
Well, a baseball athlete swinging back to recovery after a massive hand injury. Plus, 5 campers coming out alive, saving themselves and others from a huge wildfire. It's all in today's uplifting story, so let's start with that. Take a look at this. 3 officers, an Army veteran, and a small boy barely escaping this fast-moving forest fire in New Mexico. We've been talking about forest fires all fall long, all around the U.S. Ryan Holitz, he says he saw that fire moving pretty quickly towards him after stepping out of his tent. It packed up, flew off, dodging fallen trees, warning other campers along the way, barely escaping, but just getting out there in the nick of time.
Well, it seemed like a long shot being able to throw a baseball after losing a hand in a freak lawnmower accident. That is Luke Britton. He's finally back to pitching. It's taken a year and a half, a 14-hour surgery, and really a lot of painful rehab therapy. But Britton also had 5 additional surgeries at Cleveland Clinic, which helped reattach his hand. Now, not only can he pitch again, he's now coaching baseball at a local high school.
All right, a drought has not stopped this farmer from growing the world's largest bushel gourd, weighing in at 470.5 pounds. Did you guys like my "oh my gourd"?
I
did. It was a little too cheesy for you
a little bit.
this time. Okay.
A little bit.
All right. Well, it's getting certified by the Guinness Book of World Records. Steve Connolly is the farmer. He says the secret to success. All right, guys. If you want to grow the largest gourd in the world, is adding extra nutrients to the soil like fish, seaweed, what? I did not know gourds
leftovers
liked seafood and that kind of stuff.
But you know what? They hold the world record, so they're doing something right.
Hey, he's doing something right. He just said, let the magic happen during the summer months. But yeah, get some seaweed, guys, if you want to grow a big gourd.
Cancer is not on hold during the coronavirus pandemic. That's why the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society holding a virtual fundraiser this year. Of course, it's called Light the Night. One volunteer says fighting cancer amid the pandemic, it makes things even worse. Well, so far he's raised more than $51,000.
And on this segment of Weather Caught on Camera, you know, we've been talking about snow the past couple of days. We saw Iowa pick up about 6 to 10 inches of snow. But what about Minnesota yesterday? Portions of Minnesota and also western Wisconsin were under a winter weather advisory because there was a fast-moving system moving on through. And because of the cold temperatures up there, they got to see about 3 to 6 inches of snow, depending on the area. But this is the earliest that portions of Minnesota have seen 3 inches or more of snow in 140 years. That's how long the record books are for the weather records up in Minnesota. But you can see all the snowy scenes coming out from Minnesota. There was reported 346 accidents because of the snow out there. I know we're getting into that fall to winter transition there, but a lot of accidents and a lot of spinouts were caused by the snow that fell during the day yesterday up in Minnesota. Now, I saw a post from Candace saying you can just keep it up there. You can just keep it in Iowa. You can just keep it in Minnesota. We didn't deal with snow yesterday. We were actually dealing with some rain late in the day, but that rain was pretty quick to move out of the area this morning. You can see that we're left with mostly cloudy skies as we take a look over downtown Rockford. Otherwise, temperatures still cooling down out there thanks to that passing system yesterday. We're at 41 degrees in Freeport, 42 up in Monroe, 44 in Rochelle, and 44 degrees also in Sterling. Now, wind chills down into the mid to upper 30s, so it feels a little bit cooler out there than what the thermometer reads. So maybe even a light jacket or a hoodie would be good enough as you prepare for the day ahead. Now, looking out there this morning, maybe some patchy fog because of the rain yesterday, but overall mostly cloudy skies. Should be a quiet commute for you this morning, and even into the evening commute as well. There may be a slight chance for an isolated shower or two heading into this evening, but the better chances for rain do move in late this evening and then stretching into the night tonight as rain becomes more widespread and steady. Now, breezy early on, mostly cloudy skies. We'll have a few chances for showers late in the day. As I mentioned, after 6, 7 o'clock is when we should start to see a few showers here in the state line. Rain becomes more widespread tonight. Temperatures tomorrow in the low 70s, chance for thunderstorms as well, but cooling down into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Joey. Well, next, Facebook wants you to get your neighbor, to know your neighbors a little bit better next door. We've got those details in today's Tech Bites.
Well, 522 right now. I want to get you up to speed with a breaking news story we've been following. Part of 3rd Street is closed. This is near East State Street. That is actually the Irish Rose parking lot. It appears a police squad car was involved in a crash at the scene as we're taking a live look right now. Now that damaged police car again sitting in the Irish Rose parking lot. We were told to avoid this area, all lanes on 3rd. So remember, this is where Kishwaukee turns into 3rd. They are closed right now. That is a one-way, so just a heads up there. We're going to check in with live looks all morning.
The cases of coronavirus continue to climb in our part of Illinois. In Region 1, 7-day rolling positivity rate now at 11.8%, and that's the highest it's ever been since these new mitigation rules are put into place. Every county in the region now seeing gains. Boone leading the way right now at 16%. Winnebago County not too far behind at 13%. Lowest rate in our area going to DeKalb County at just under 9%.
And taking a live look outside this morning, mostly cloudy skies. We are quiet and not seeing any of that rain that we saw during the evening yesterday. That's now off towards the east, but the only thing to watch out for this morning would be any patchy fog. But temperatures continue to cool out there. Low 40s out west, 46 here in Rockford, 45 up in Janesville, and 44 in Rochelle. Now, we do have a lingering breeze behind that system, 16 miles per hour here in Rockford, 13 in Rochelle, 12 in Sterling, and 13 up in Monroe. Those winds should continue for the next couple of hours, but they should be dying down by late morning. Now, satellite and radar looking pretty cloudy out there. We don't have any rain, though, moving on through the state line. Rain chances do hold off until this evening, late this evening after 6 o'clock, so mostly cloudy skies, maybe even managing a few peaks of sunshine for the afternoon. But those rain chances do increase tonight. Rain becomes steady. A few isolated thunderstorms are possible as we head into tomorrow morning before sunrise. Now, 72 degrees thanks to a warm front passing through, but we're going to be cooling down substantially as we head into the upcoming weekend. Upper 40s Saturday and Sunday. Chance for thunderstorms during the afternoon tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much for the buzz about General Motors' new Hummer and the next hit to hit the road. We're going to hear about it in our Tech Bites a little bit better than that.
In today's Tech Bites, the Hummer's electric comeback. GM is resurrecting the former gas guzzler as electric super trucks with 3 motors and 1,000 horsepower. The Hummer EV will also be able to move diagonally. It's set to go into production late next year. And Facebook is testing a new kind of social network. It's called Neighborhoods, and the company says it's meant to be a dedicated space for users to connect with those living in their area. Right now, it's only being tested in Calgary, Canada. No word on when it could go public. Netflix has come up with a new promotion to attract subscribers after ending its free month-long trials. The company is planning to launch a 2-day event called Streamfest. It's a weekend of free streaming that will be tested in India before bringing the offers to other countries. Streamfest sounds like the alternative to Coachella. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Did you know that Febreze Air Effects uses 100% natural propellant? Cheaper aerosols use artificial propellants. That's why Febreze works differently. Plus, it eliminates odors with a water-based formula and no dyes. For freshness you'll enjoy.
This is Hal. This is Hal's heart. It's been broken and put back together. This is Hal's relief, knowing he's covered by Medicare from Blue Cross Blue Shield. And with coverage you can trust, backed by over 80 years of healthcare expertise, we'll be there when it matters most. This is Medicare from Blue Cross Blue Shield. This is the benefit of blue.
New No. 7 Advanced Retinol Night Concentrate from America's #1 serum brand. 5 times more retinol than the #1 retinol serum, yet formulated to be gentle on your skin. New No. 7 Advanced Retinol Night Concentrate.
from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News in the morning starts now.
Happening right now at 5:30, a crash involving a Rockford police squad car. Here's a live look at that scene. We're going to give you another one here in just a second. The area blocked off this morning and what you need to know.
And local experts weighing in on a COVID-19 drug once thought to be the best option to beat the disease. The reason some scientists say it's really falling short.
Plus, just a few minutes of our time could save a life. The way our blood donations are playing into flu season. Want to start, though, again with the breaking news we've been following all morning long. You're taking a look right now at a Rockford police squad car. If you see the front there, there's some damage. It's actually sitting in the Irish Rose parking lot. Now, the area, it's kind of a confusing area because it's where a lot of the roads meet. So this is 3rd Street, right where Kishwaukee ends, right where East State Street it meets. And so the area closed right now is actually 3rd Street. And Kishwaukee. East State Street, we're told, has reopened. We saw multiple crews out on the scene. They've been kind of searching the area for any evidence. So we still have a lot of unanswered questions. How this Rockford Police Squad car was involved in the crash, what other vehicles could be involved. So once they, can continue with their investigation, we'll check in with investigators and we'll bring that right to you. Well, we have a lot to get to this morning, including a shooting from overnight. There are a couple of other things, burglaries as well. But want to look at that forecast and check in with my co-anchor Elliot Grandia. Hi, Elliot. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Joey Marino there too.
Yeah, we've got a busy morning, but Joey, at least there's no snow on the ground. That's the one good thing this morning, Wednesday morning.
Yeah, there was just a tiny bit left on my backyard yesterday, and all I did was sit in the sunroom, enjoy a hot cup of hot cocoa, and just
wish it away.
And just wait for it to melt. Yeah.
Yes, that's all I wanted to see yesterday. And as Whitney mentioned earlier, big changes coming up in the forecast for tomorrow. But let's get right to what's heading out the door today. You can see a couple of cars up in Beloit for the morning commute, but otherwise pretty quiet start. Different from what we had during the evening yesterday. A couple of light showers moving on through, but that moved out just shortly after midnight, leaving us with mostly cloudy skies. Now, currently here in Rockford, 46 degrees. We do have a bit of a breeze out of the west-northwest at 16 miles per hour. Those dew points dropping into the low 40s, but you can see out west temperatures also dropping into the low 40s. 41 in Freeport, 42 in Monroe, 43 in Savannah, 40 out in Galena, and 44 in Rochelle. Overall, though, thanks to the cloud cover, temperatures are about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than how we were sitting at this point during the morning yesterday. But overall, pretty dry out there with mostly cloudy skies. Not going to run into anything to slow you down this morning for the morning commute. Or if your kids are heading to the bus stop this morning, maybe a bit chilly out there with temperatures in the low 40s. Maybe a light jacket, maybe even a hoodie to stay warm out there. But not as chilly as yesterday. Temperatures this afternoon climbing up into the mid to upper 50s. Let's take a look at our first Sworn Interactive Radar, sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass and more. You can see the rain pushing off to the east, but more rain chances lie ahead. I'll let you know when. Coming up in the forecast. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much. 5:31 right now. Police needing our help to solve a string of weekend burglaries. Now, investigators say the incidents happened between Friday night and early Monday morning. They say they took about 10 calls with burglaries over that time, most of them happening at a business and construction sites. Money, tools, electronics taken. If you have any information, call the Greater Beloit Area Crime Stoppers.
Well, police are still investigating an overnight shooting in Rockford. This all happened over on Loomis Street near Central and Montague around 11:30 Tuesday night. Now, police say no one was hurt in this. The investigation, though, still ongoing. We don't know any suspect information or any other injuries, but we'll continue, of course, to bring you updates right now.
Well, what used to be considered one of the most promising COVID-19 treatments now has a lot of scientists saying the drug fell short. Remdesivir is used for people with severe coronavirus symptoms and was even part of President Donald Trump's treatment plan that was happening earlier this month. Now, a new study by the World Health Organization finds the positive effects of the drug could actually be minimal. A local doctor says some patients did experience a faster recovery by a few days when treated with it, but he says the choice to use the drug ultimately depends on the severity of symptoms.
The majority of people are surviving. Those people have severe symptoms and significant hypoxia. They are coming to the hospital. Those are the ones who need support. So yes, you may survive severe symptoms without remdesivir, but if it helps shorten the disease length, why not?
Well, Swedish American Hospital going to continue administering it until the WHO study is peer-reviewed or if the FDA advises against it.
Local business owners voicing their frustrations today over the uncertainty, all these changing rules that have been created by COVID-19. Some tell Dylan Saraki keeping their doors open tough enough during this pandemic. The confusion, though, only adding to their concerns.
The rules and mitigations and follow through has been as clear as mud.
Scott Frank is the owner of Ciao Bella Italian Kitchen in Loves Park. He says he had customers inside the restaurant Friday and Saturday last week.
We did not know that we were breaking any rules. We thought it was very clear. Open up Thursday night, take reservations, space them out, 90 minutes, etc.
Frank says he ordered food for this week thinking a small amount of customers indoor was allowed.
It is so frustrating to try and manage your inventory levels. We're throwing away food every day. We're throwing away produce. We're throwing away steaks. We're dumping soup down the drain because we don't know what's going to happen.
The Winnebago County Health Department clarifying Tuesday the guidance is for meetings and social events only, not indoor dining for the public.
So there's literally 10 different messages that are being sent to restaurant owners, and we're supposed to be the ones who are doing the right thing and carrying the weight of doing a good job for the community. And we just need more and clear communication on what the rules are and are not.
Joshua Binning owns Lucha Cantina in Rockford. He was ready to bring back some of his staff to help with indoor dining, and now he won't be able to.
Instead of saying come back to work, now it's once again sending an email to the staff saying, you know what, we still don't have work here right now because now again, even though we thought we could be open this weekend, we can't be open this weekend. So it's been a mixed message for business owners and even harder mixed message for our staff.
Unfortunately, them trying to help us last Thursday turned into a massive disaster.
In Winnebago County, for your home team, I'm Dylan Saraki.
Yeah, a lot of people wondering what do you do in that situation if you're a server, a bartender. I mean, it's got to be very difficult right now. So hopefully we can help provide answers and some clarity as we try to work with the health department as well here. Well, 5:35, new this morning, we're bracing for flu season. Local blood donations still needed for people right now. American Red Cross wants to clarify getting your flu shot does not affect your eligibility. So if you want to donate, you can do both. Healthy blood donors, though, are needed right now. More people getting sick. So the Red Cross going to collect blood. It's going to go from 1 to 6 on Thursday at downtown on Church Street. Then there's another drive happening. It's at the same time, same place. That one's next Tuesday.
Well, this morning, people actually holding on to their recyclables. It's after Rock River Disposal announced it plans to take them with the trash over the next few weeks. That decision coming after too many workers were sick because of COVID or they have to be in quarantine. The question now, though, is what can people do in the meantime? Any recycling placed at the curb will be picked up and disposed with regular garbage for at least 2 weeks. Or you can keep your recycling unit until it's picked up again. But Keep Northern Illinois Beautiful says it has a third option for you.
We just want them to know we are a resource. We are here to help. We would love to help them. All they have to do is show up at our times. They don't even have to get out of their car. We will unload them. So it's a simple process.
So Keep Northern Illinois Beautiful. They have 2 locations in Winnebago County. You can find those lists of items that you can drop off there and locations at mystateline.com.
Time right now is 5:37. Boone County Sheriff's Office setting a new wheels right now thanks to a Canadian company with local ties. This is Enbridge Pipelines. They actually just donated this 2015 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 4x4 truck. So the gift replacing a more than 20-year-old Chevy Tahoe. The truck going to mostly be used to tow the department's Mavis rescue and recovery boats. Police going to use it during heavy snow events. Let's not talk about those.
Oh, this morning, a World War II veteran who lived in Rockford has his medals returned home years after someone stole them. The Illinois National Guard returned 7 medals to Kathleen Anderson, her great uncle Homer Stranger. He served in World War II. Those medals were taken years ago. Someone stole them out of the house. They turned up actually in 2014 after a drug raid all the way in Texas. They've been sitting in an evidence locker ever since. Now, though, they're back home. Family members calling this priceless.
Medals aren't just shoved in a drawer somewhere. You know, it's just such a high honor that he served our country, and I'm just so proud that he did.
Well, among the vets' many accomplishments in the armed forces, 2 Purple Hearts.
Some local kids going to stay warm this winter thanks to a generous donation. Christmas for Kids dropping off gifts this morning at Rock House Kids in Rockford. Among them, winter coats, blankets, underwear, some flashlights there too. Rock House working with kids ages 6 to 18 who are in need. Administrators say that donation going to help ease some worries created by the pandemic.
Necessity for the winter. We need to keep them covered. We need to keep our doors open so that they can get a hot meal Monday through Thursday. It's all about keeping the kids safe and warm and taking care of their necessities.
Well, Rock House Kids still in need of more winter gear. Everything you need to know is on our website.
All right, time now 5:39. A popular TV sitcom airing tonight with the pandemic as the main storyline. The way actors were able to remain safe without fears of catching COVID on set.
And at 6 o'clock, we're talking about this year's top fears, the new report on what people are searching the most on Google. Joey?
And out there this morning, temperatures are warmer, so maybe a light jacket or a hoodie would be sufficient enough as you head out the door, but nothing to slow you down weather-wise for the commute. I'll have that coming up in the forecast.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Whitney Martin, Elliot Grandia, and meteorologist Joey Marino. Now, your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Joey Marino.
Good morning, everybody. As we take a live look at our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera up in Beloit, Wisconsin, we are off to a quiet start out there. Unlike what we saw during the evening yesterday, we had a couple of showers passing on through, but those were quick to move out, leaving us with overcast skies. Now, this cloud cover this morning is the reason behind the warmer temperatures that we're seeing out there. 46 in Rockford, 45 for the start of our day up in Janesville, 43 in Rochelle, 43 also out in Savannah, and 41 out in Freeport. But behind that system, winds are pretty breezy in most spots, about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds out of the west and northwest, 16 miles per hour here in Rockford, so maybe a bit breezy for those that are heading out the door for the morning commute. But otherwise, pretty quiet start to our day. You can see mostly cloudy skies continuing to stream in from the west. Overall, we are going to stay pretty cloudy throughout the day. I do think in the mid-afternoon hours, we have our best chance to see a few peaks of sunshine. Temperatures today climbing into the upper 50s, so a little bit warmer than how we were during the day yesterday. You can see that we do introduce a couple of showers towards 6 o'clock, and they do continue into our night tonight. So let's take a look at those chances using Futurecast. You can see most of the rain heading into late morning does stay to our northwest. We will clear up a little bit into the early afternoon. afternoon hours, so a few peaks of sunshine before clouds are quick to move in, and also showers are increasing, becoming a little bit more widespread as we head into the night tonight. So 56 degrees for a high today. It'll be breezy early on, but mostly cloudy into the afternoon. A few peaks of sunshine, but shower chances do arrive late shortly after the evening commute. Temperature-wise, 72 for tomorrow with a chance for thunderstorms, especially early on. Chance early for Friday, but you can see that cold front on Friday really cooling things down into next week. Back to you.
So we get a glimpse of warm weather and then see ya. All right, thanks a lot, Joey. Well, the Dodgers have struck their first blow in the World Series. The Fighting Illini are only 2 days away from their opening football season. Scott Lever has those stories and more in today's sports headlines.
The Big Ten's delayed football season won't be delayed much longer. It all starts this weekend, and for the Fighting Illini, that means a trip to Madison. They'll play the Badgers Friday night. You can be sure that the Badgers haven't forgotten what happened to them last year when they went to Champaign. They were ranked 6th in the nation, and the Illini upset them 24-23. The Illini made big strides last season. Lovie Smith expects more of that this year.
As I look at our football team, as we look at our football team, we made progress last year. We were a 6-win team, and I think we're a stronger football team right now.
And the Bears have added a former Notre Dame star to their practice squad. He's linebacker Manti Te'o. He spent the last 7 seasons in the NFL with the Chargers and Saints. He started 48 games in his career, made 307 tackles. He could find himself on the active roster before too long. The Dodgers have taken the first game of the World Series. They beat the Rays last night 8-3. Clayton Kershaw shook off his history of poor postseason outings. He struck out 8 batters in 6 innings while giving up only 1 run. And the Dodgers got homers from Cody Bellinger and Mookie Betts. Game 2 will be played tonight. Well, there was a big swim meet last night at Guilford. Guilford and Auburn battling for second place in the conference. The Vikings getting photogenic before the meet. We pick it up at the end of the 200-yard freestyle where Auburn's Allie Cushing finishes well ahead of the pack. In the 200-yard individual medley, Auburn's sophomore Ursula Cook came away with a commanding victory. But the big moment came here in the 50 freestyle. Guilford's Michaela Durkin made history. She hits the wall with no one else in sight. Her time of 24.73 seconds set not only a pool record, but she also broke the great Lisa Kuhl's school record set way back in 1990. Congratulations, Michaela. What an accomplishment. Auburn won the meet 118-90. That's sports. Have a great day.
A lot of fast swimmers here in the area. Well, time now at 5:45. Another major company extending its work from home policy this morning because of COVID. The amount of time some Amazon workers will now work at home.
And it's not a happy day for this comedy sitcom cast reunion. The reason why one member is not looking forward to his showmates getting back together. Well, it's 5:48 right now. Michelle joining us, catching us up with everything trending this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I think so. The coffee's kicking in.
Yeah, well, we're halfway through the week, so
Right.
only a couple days left. Talking this morning about a cast reunion becoming politically charged. Meanwhile, a modern topical sitcom returns on TV tonight. Here's what's trending. You guys don't know how excited I am to have TV back. Do you? Have I expressed how excited I have been?
You've been saying you miss it, and that
You
makes
miss
sense.
TV.
Just
I
new
love
episodes.
TV, and I mean, I love network television sitcoms. So I'm so excited to tell you about this one. Blackish is back tonight right here on ABC. So an episode dealing with the pandemic. I'm also actually very interested to see how all of this is dealt with. I know that Grey's Anatomy is planning on really digging deep. Obviously that's a medical show.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, my mom says General Hospital is pretending like it's not going on.
Yeah, like what storyline are they going to go with?
Yeah.
Are they going to take a light path, or be more serious about it?
Right, so we'll see. Obviously, there'll be comedy involved in Blackish. They have done so many precautions, protocols to make sure that it was okay for the entire cast to be on set, and I know that a lot of TV shows have done that as well. So that is just a great reason why we can all.
They're probably
enjoy
so
some
happy to be together
entertainment.
too. I mean, a lot of these sitcoms, they say they're like family. So.
Yeah, so I'm excited to sit on the couch and watch TV starting tonight. Also this morning, we are remembering artist Tony Lewis, who died unexpectedly. He was the lead singer and bassist of the popular 80s band The Outfield. His PR team sent out a statement saying he passed away Tuesday morning at his home in London. No details, though, on the cause. His band's biggest hit, Your Love, peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. He was 62. I feel like when we were talking about one-hit wonders, that song definitely on the list for them. Also this morning, back to a TV story. There's a controversy over a cast reunion. So this is for the 1970s sitcom Happy Days. I'm sure
I used to love this on TV.
Did you really?
That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
surprise me at all.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. We'll sing the song after this.
So Ron Howard and Henry Winkler are there on board for participating in a virtual fundraiser set up as a Q&A session where guests can actually donate money that's meant to benefit the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. This happened with another show, and
Because it took place in Milwaukee, didn't
Right.
it? Okay. Makes sense.
There you go. Elliot's like just taking a jump here in case you didn't know, the show was set in Milwaukee. However, Scott Baio, who played Chachi, he is a Republican and he is not happy about this, saying it's a shame. It's a shame to use a show like Happy Days about Americana to promote, quote, an anti-American socialist. I can't remember what the other show was, but they did it recently. I want to say Veep did this. They did like a table read to benefit a political party. So I mean, I don't know.
So are you saying he's not taking place?
Scott Baio, he didn't say yes or no yet. It just says he's not wanting to. Isn't that what you got out of that story?
Yeah, that's. I really can't get an answer. I would say no.
You can tweet him.
Yeah.
See, right, he's very active on Twitter. Also, we have some birthdays to celebrate today. The queen of daytime TV, Judge Judy, is 78. She looks amazing. And Kim Kardashian West is 40 today.
Wow. You know there's going to be some huge celebration for 40.
Oh, pay attention to like her Instagram stories. She'll have like 40,000, like flowers donated to 40 cities where she and Kanye like fell in love.
I know. They go big. They definitely. I remember somebody had posted Stormy's birthday party, and it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. There were big blow-up figurines of Stormy, and you could walk through them. What did you say?
I want to be invited someday.
I know. Can I just watch from a distance or something? All right. Thanks so much, Michelle. Well, I want to give you a live look at that accident that we've been telling you about. We've been out at this scene all morning long. That is a Rockford police squad car, we believe, was involved. There's some front end damage, kind of hard to see, but that's in the Irish Rose parking lot. We're going to take you there live in just a moment. Also, your business brief is next. From one of the biggest companies in the world telling its employees to work from home to another major company getting sued. Let's look at our business brief this morning. Justice Department is going after Google. It's filed an antitrust lawsuit accusing that search giant of abusing its dominant position through what it calls an illegal web of interlocking business agreements. Now, Google says people use that service because they choose to, not because they are forced to.
Well, Netflix says its subscriber list grew by 2.2 million in the most recent quarter, falling short of some expectations, slowing way down from the early months of this pandemic. During the previous 2 quarters combined, Netflix grew by 26 million customers.
Well, quick messaging service Snap saw revenues jump more than 50% in the most recent quarter. Do you guys have a Snapchat?
Used to.
Used to.
I haven't used it. Well, you know, I take that back. I get snaps from Michelle sometimes.
Oh, do you?
But I don't normally go on and send snaps.
Okay, you like to just receive the snaps. Nearly $680 million right now. It is about 250 million people using the app. Elliot is, sometimes uses it. Probably still on his phone,
Here and there,
Yeah, people use it every day, though.
All right, well, Amazon's the latest company to extend its work-from-home policy. It's been aiming to allow people back into offices for January. Not going to happen, though. Now it says workers who can work from home, so not people at their warehouses or whatnot, can stay there through the end of June. So adding about 6 months to that. Companies like Facebook, Google also making similar switches. But a lot of companies kind of making that announcement. They're not going back anytime soon. Joey?
And temperatures out there this morning, for the most part, are in the low 40s. Now just waiting on Rockford to continue to drop down into the low 40s. But we're at 45 here in Rockford, 45 up in Janesville, 44 in Sterling, and 41 out in Galena and Freeport. We do still have a breeze out there following yesterday's system. Most of our winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour, 16 out in Galena, 9 here in Rockford, 15 in Rochelle, and 12 in Freeport. Now we continue to see mostly cloudy skies out there this morning, maybe even some clearing in our western areas, but mostly cloudy today. We do have an opportunity to see a few peaks of sunshine this afternoon, ahead of a chance for a couple of showers that do arrive late in the evening, but temperatures slightly warmer in the upper 50s. Tonight we only drop down to 48 degrees, rain becoming steady, and we do have that chance for a few isolated thunderstorms with an approaching warm front by tomorrow morning. But that warm front is going to be the reason behind our high of 72 for the day tomorrow, and then we'll see temperatures drop as we head into the upcoming weekend. Pretty crazy roller coaster next 48 hours.
I can't believe that Thursday. It's just crazy. Well, time right now is 5:57. Coming up here on 6 o'clock, where we'll get all of our top stories for you. But first, want to give you this, a crash investigation happening as we speak. This is right outside of Rockford's Irish Rose, so State Street is right there where Kishwaukee turns into 3rd. Part of that area is shut down, so heads up there. Looks like East State is open. We're going to give you a full report on this and another live look as you see crews on the scene taking their own pictures. Next.